Hello and welcome to Timberborn. This is kind of a second take because I ended up having an issue with the original stream that I ended up doing. I have a feeling that it was the VPN that I had that was not working properly. Not really that fond of VPNs anyways, but at least in the current sense. So in a way, I'm kind of glad it's off. All right. Well, the in the last episode, I ended things off that I was going to do some offline, um, some off-camera work, which I was able to do quite a bit. Um, I ended up expanding out here. I got the farm set up. Started getting this the biofuel. I got some biofuel going and uh, some catalyst being produced locally. I even went as far like was able to extend this out by a section, which got another farm that I could do the biofuel potatoes to be able to do the biofuel with. Um, I even got one full section set up for um, the bots factory. So this seems to be up and running well. Um, and everything seems to be self-sufficient at this point. So my bots manufacturing, I'm I have a surplus, which I mean I pulled absolutely every bot out of other districts. So like this district here had a lot of bots working. I ended up switching them out. Um, I haven't shut this off, but the efficiency on this is not really that great. Uh, so I don't know whether I want to get rid of it yet, but think, I don't think that I need it. The only problem is that it's really difficult to gauge productivity as far as bots are concerned. Because, I mean, most things, if you have a surplus, your efficiency is really good. Like, if you got too many logs, then obviously you're growing enough logs. You're farming enough logs. If you got a surplus of planks, you're obviously producing enough planks. But since it's really tough to gauge and they're made pretty slowly, I can't really get a good gauge on that. But at the same time, I mean, I'm increasing now. Before I was decreasing, so just I don't but I don't know if having these is I'm wondering whether because this isn't 100% efficient. I already know that because this is only running these are only running 16 hours a day. So obviously these ones here are not going to be as efficient as these ones are, because these are running 100% and 24 hours a day, because there's bots running them, and the bots don't sleep. Not to mention the fact that I've got a ton of catalyst, so theoretically the productivity should be great. Plus, once I end up getting this done, all of this, which, are they even working on this? Because it doesn't look like they're working. What are they working on? Oh, they're working on this first. Why are they working on this first? I mean, it's fine. Because once they end up finishing this, I can... I'll have additional farms available for either sunflower seeds or potatoes, but at any rate, I think that let's see. Yeah, see, my one risk in speeding things up is the frame rate, because right now I'm fluttering at around 30 FPS because there's too much stuff going on. Before, when I had all of this to do, the frame rate was a lot less. I mean, it wasn't to the point that of my other game that because I've got another game going for Timberborn that I've just been playing on my own. It's the Spiral Mountain, or Helix Mountain, I think it's called. And right now it's basically unplayable because I've done so much work on it, and I don't know if it's the terraforming that's the issue. Because right now in it, I'm not doing, like, they're not working on anything, but I've placed a lot of blocks, so I don't know if the blocks being placed are actually being considered in the game, as in it's still in memory somewhere. Because I would have thought that, like, once you place a block here, it shouldn't need to remember where every single block is. So placing more blocks is not going to increase the workload on the game, but I don't know how that works. Because I know in other games it becomes an issue. Like, I know space engineers and medieval engineers, the more blocks that you end up placing, it ends up affecting stuff, but at the same time, that's not... I'm concerned about this. I am using too much power and not generating enough power from the looks of it. I mean, nothing seems to be shutting down. Where am I at here? Oh, well, that's interesting. I'm only storing 20 treated planks. Why am I only storing 20 treated planks? That's weird. Huh. Well, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I don't think I need it, but let's get a dedicated. So where am I storing them? Because it's obviously a small one. I don't see anywhere that I've got a small pile. Oh, because it's only stored here. Oh, this one's not even working. Why do I even need this? I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need this either, except that as of right now, this is connecting power to these two buildings, and I don't know if I still need these buildings running. So I'm just gonna leave them there for now and let them stay. Oh, alright. Well, that's interesting. Do I need this anymore? I'm not producing a whole lot of logs locally. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't know if I need to get rid of it, but I'm going to. I can always build another one when if I don't. Um, oh, I'm up to 23. I've got 23 extra bots now. That's awesome. I'm slowly rebuilding. Because that was scary. I was starting to run out. Like I was starting to decrease in like the the bots were failing faster than I was making them, so I'm finally at the point. So I don't think I can get rid of these. I don't think I can get rid of these yet. As inefficient as they are, they're still useful. What I do think is that I can clean up some of this. Um, except that I don't know where I want to go next. I don't really have a plan for what's gonna happen after this. So these guys are just working away. Which I think is fine. So this is producing more than why did those guys stop? That's weird. Hauling post. Hauling post is there. I think I'm gonna do this here. Because I now have enough bots, because I had to really dial down the bots. I was removing buildings and streamlining things as much as I could. Because honestly, I was just the bots were just dying faster than I could make them, so I needed to find some way of keeping them going. I'm gonna get this back up and running as well. Because I think that's fine. I should be producing enough biofuel. How much have I got? Got 68 potatoes. I'm not growing very many potatoes. What's my storage for potatoes? This is resin. I'm thinking I might change some stuff around. The reason being is because the farther away that haulers are, the harder it is for them to actually get things from point A to point B. So I'm wondering whether I should change this to something I use more often, and then change this to something I don't. Like that. because like this, they're orangey red. So the distance, like haulers can still get to it, but it's not easy for them to do that. So the easier I can make it, the better that they're gonna end up being. So I've got extra buffer for this. This is gears. I don't think I have storage for potatoes. I don't. Alright, so that's gears. Let's overflow for that. So I'm going to do potatoes. And potatoes. I just realized I could clean this up. The scaffolding is not needed anymore. That's not needed anymore. Well, that would be the reason why this was all grown and they weren't doing anything with it. Because I didn't have any storage for potatoes. Well, that should fix that. That's good. So that should be good there. I think that I am going to... It doesn't matter if I don't have enough potatoes here because they don't actually eat potatoes. So I'm going to add a bunch of refineries here. This is going to be biofuel. And this is going to be catalyst. Now it doesn't matter if they're efficient or not, because because as of right now, the amount that one each is producing is enough to be stable. Including the fact that I'm still producing catalyst and biofuel here efficiently enough that I can funnel it into here. Why is this out of water? Why are you guys out of water? Because you guys use too much water. Because you're not producing enough water. I need to change this. There's quite a few things that I need to work on for this. One thing is the power, because from the looks of things, I'm as much power as I'm generating. This actually isn't generating. Like I've increased the power requirements so much that the amount of power that I'm generating now is just not enough. So how can I generate more power? And how can I keep these guys from not dying of thirst? Because everybody's thirsty and hungry, apparently. Is there not enough food? No, there is not enough food here. The amount of food that they're producing is not enough. Well, I guess what I'm gonna end up having to do is I'm going to have to stop these. I have 4 bots locally. That are doing nothing because I don't have any dirt. I think this is a problem. I think this is a major problem. Because I'm not producing enough food. I'm not producing enough food locally to be able to support this. I'm not producing enough water. But I don't know if this is temporary. They're not even producing enough chestnuts. Why aren't they producing chestnuts? I mean, they've got all this. The chestnut's not growing enough? Is there not enough storage? No, lots of storage. Well, these guys got tons of water. So maybe I just need to do this. And do I already have bread going? Sure, bread. Bread is super efficient, so let's get that. Alright, so I think that's good. That should at least keep some of the beavers alive. I don't know if it's gonna end up solving everything, but at least it should keep them from dying. So I guess the next thing is, where do I want to go next? I've been concentrating so much on that new district that I haven't really thought beyond that. Um, so taking stock of what I do have, so this here has a decent population. It's self-sustaining, and it's basically it's been my starting district anyways. And it's kind of it had become a hub for a lot of stuff, including the industry. So I'm wondering whether I should start modifying a lot of this and balancing things out, because this was my secondary one, but I ended up having a lot more room to do industry here. So I started jamming stuff in. So I think what I might do is my water production is here, because the water source is like here, somewhere in here. So there's two water sources on this map. One is here, and the other is over here. This water source here, I can only do so much with it, because as you can see, this here goes off of the map, which means that anything that I end up trying to do with this to build up water is just going to end up disappearing off this side of the map. So utilizing this water source to build up water at this level is not going to work, I don't think. I mean, I can try it, but I don't think it's going to end up working. So if I want to do anything fancy with water, I have to work off of this water source. And this water source right now goes all the way along here, dumps into here, goes along here, fills all of this up, and then goes along here and fills here, and fills all this up. Now, this is somewhat filling this area, like all the way along here, only because I have this dammed up here, which means that all of the water from this water source here has nowhere to, well, where is it? Here. So this one has nowhere to go except to fill up this entire area. So I'm thinking that I should start modifying a lot of this stuff and streamlining it. And trying to get it to work with the rest of the setup that I've got. And balance things out, because right now I've got a ton of beavers here doing a ton of stuff all in one relatively small space. And I think I need to rethink the way that I'm doing this. But a lot of stuff is waiting. Like, this stuff is waiting. I need to get this running. I need these guys working. On this, because this has to come first. Because once I get this stuff up and running, especially this, I can start pulling out some of the industry that I have over here. Specifically these. Because right now, between two things, one is I've got a lot of beavers trying to support this, and it's not efficient enough to justify keeping them there. So if I can pull that industry away from here and put it into here, it's gonna work a lot better, because if this can support itself and I can expand the overall industry that's here, a lot of the population that I have here is unnecessary. Because right now, this is trying to do too much. So I think what I am going to do is leave this alone. Because I think that this is going to end up keeping a balance between the number of beavers needed to sustain itself and the amount of production that it has. I think that I am going to instead work on this spot here, because this has a really good population. It's producing a ton of food because I've got lots of land available for it. I can extend out to here. So, like, I'm only starting to run out of, or get too far from the district, like, way out here. Like, I can even get to here, and I've got all of this, and I've started to add to the, so like, all of this I can still access. So, I think what I am going to do is I'm going to set up a I'm going to set up this. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to set up what am I going to set up? I'm going to put this in. I'm going to take this. And this. Oh, wait a second. No, I am not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, because how am I going to get power to this? I've got no power. But You're not doing anything. No storage space. No storage space. I don't have enough storage space. Why don't I have enough storage space? Because I need to do this. So let's do that, then that, then that. We'll add in, no, I need those. That and that. Which gives me storage space. So this is gonna be, what is that gonna be? This is gonna be pine resin. It's gonna be that. I think. I think that's good. That's fine. I need more. Oh, this is bothering me. I can't get my brain to wrap around what I need to be able to do with this. Because I think there's too much stuff that I need to be able to do. So I've got, what if I did this instead? How far can I get away from this district? Here. So let's say that I did this. So I've got this here. And that there, right? Which means I can access this from here. Now I need to get power from this somehow, which as it turns out, I've got power right here that I can branch off. I'm just gonna speed this up, hopefully. Why are you working on that? Work on this. This is your priority. Get this going. Stop making this. You don't need to make that yet. Make this. Build this. Finish building this. Come on. The logs are there. Oh, do I not have builders? I don't have builders. I only have 2 builders. Well, no, I've got these builders. I got 4 builders. Why are they not working? Oh, because they have to sleep and eat and drink. Oh, finally. Alright, so now I can do this. Alright, so this can go there. That's going to take a lot of resources to do it. But now that that's there, I can branch off of here like that. This goes here. This goes like that and like that. And now I've got power and I've got this. Now these guys are gonna go with that. I have bought vacancies. Where do I have bought vacancies? That's paused. No, that's not built yet. Where do I have bots? Oh, this is too much information to go through. So I've got bots there, but this is the building that I'm just, it's only at 27% or 26%, 27%, whatever. So they're still building that. But what other bot? That's paused. That's paused. Those are paused. That's paused. Those are all paused. That's paused. That's paused. That's paused. List. I don't see anything. Is it just... No, I actually have... I have a vacancy somewhere. I don't know where. Well, I don't have that many districts, so where am I? Where is my vacancy? This district shouldn't even be running because I shut it down. I don't have vacancies here. Oh, here, right? Because I started building those. I forgot. Well, let's fix this. So I need to do this to 68. Now I think I'm at the... Oh, that's an issue. That's a huge issue. I don't have any power. I don't have any power. Because I'm in the middle of a drought, which means I don't have water power. And the wind has died down, and I've been so low power for so long that even these guys have run out. I need to fix this. And I need to fix this fast. And I don't know what to do to fix it because I need power. I need power to fix it. But I don't have the power. What am I gonna do? So one of the things that I could do is just start branching off here, but my issue is that I need to do that, I think. I'm starting to get critical. This isn't getting enough. Uh-oh. I made a huge mistake shutting these things off. I made a huge mistake. I have made a horrible mistake. There's no water. There's no water here. I'm not using water. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I am such an idiot. I'm so stupid. There is literally no fuel generation right now. Oh, what am I gonna do? Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. I don't know what to do. Okay, so I've got power generation here. So what if I did this? I'm gonna do this, this, and this. I'm going to do this and that. I think that's all I can do. I'll finish building that. I'll put a priority on this one here. Because as long as I have power, I have water coming up there. If I run out of power, then I've got huge issues regardless. The 3 sets of pumps should be more than enough to cover what I need. Because this come on. Let this be the right thing. Come on. Well, the drought's over. So that's good. But my underlying problems are not over. I've got too many minor issues that are just like compounding and I'm starting to reach the point where I'm not going to be able to support what I have. Well, these guys are going nuts on this. Oh, they are so close. Oh, look at that. Oh, most of this is done. That's awesome. They've been working really hard. Oh yeah, so they've got most of this done, and they've got quite a ways through that. Alright, so this should be a temporary stopgap. Oh, look at that. It's amazing what a what a difference that'll make. Oh, honestly, I completely forgot that I need water. Like, that water pumps are necessary to get water. One of the most basic things. Oh, so stupid. All right, so power is still an issue. The drought is over, so my power production should start picking up again. This is going to end up resetting, which is good, but it's not going to be a permanent fix. I need a more permanent fix. So what am I gonna do? What can I do? I need a way of getting dirt in this spot. And as of right now, I have no way of doing that. So I need to be able to get dirt. And I think the best way of doing that is to set up a excavator locally. The great thing about excavators with this is excavators don't need to be permanent. You can fill in the holes that you've made with the excavator, because as soon as it runs out of blocks that are in game, it doesn't stop working. So when it reaches all the way to the bottom layer of this, it keeps digging and generating dirt, but it doesn't take away the blocks. So as long as you get to the bottom, you can keep generating as much dirt as you want. Which means that if you end up generating an excess amount of dirt and you want to pull that, or if you generate an excess amount of dirt and then pull this out, you can then fill the hole back in later. So the holes that you create with the excavator are not permanent, which is good. Alright. I need to get power to this somehow. The best way that I can think of to do that is to branch off of this. Which, as of right now, I don't need power on this. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do that. And that, which will step up to there. And this is where I need to be able to go. Because that needs to go to there. This needs to go to here. Like that. Like that. So this needs to step down to there. So that, then this, and this. Like that. So that's my power. Somehow, I'm gonna have to do some scaffolding. Because they need to be able to get to it. That should work. Treated planks. I don't have enough treated planks. Because I don't have any treated planks being generated here. That's metal. This is pine resin. That's pine resin. So I need to get rid of this here. What are you? You are planks, so you are fine. I don't have a treated planks storage. I don't need anything elaborate. So how about just like that? is out of fuel? Why is it out of fuel? You got tons of fuel. Wow, look at all that fuel. It's amazing what a difference actually, like, setting up the process to actually generate the biofuel is. Alright, well, I think I've stabilized this for now. They've maxed out biofuel, so yeah, problem averted, crisis averted. I am increasing in potatoes, I am increasing in overall capacity or requirements, everything is filling up. I am good on all of this. So these guys are just, they're going crazy with that, so that's fine. I'm actually ahead on dirt, even with them doing all of that. Oh, I even have this. Well, that's good. I think I'm gonna do this so that he's got something to do. This I am going to adjust this. I don't need to adjust it because I already had that. Well, that's why I'm out of. That's why he's out of. Oh, how did you guys get there? Oh, they went through there and then they ended up just getting stuck. Well, that would be a problem. Because, oh, this guy's got 10% durability, so he's gonna be fine. But, this is how I am going to pretend I didn't see that. And I am going to move on. I'm sorry, guys. You're on your own. I was not the one that got you stuck there. It may sound callous, but I'm sorry. You made that mess yourself. Alright, so treated planks. I am not generating any treated planks here anymore. Which is a bit of an issue. I am thinking that it might be a good idea, even temporarily, to make some treated planks here. I have all the materials to be able to do it. So it's not that big of a deal, but I think that's what I'm gonna need to do. Because I need to get this generated. to be able to get this fixed up. So all of this is working fine. And this is all haphazard, so like this was just most of this stuff is just from because this is where I started out and there was only so much space that I had, so and I haven't moved it, I haven't cleaned it up, I haven't done anything. I've just kept everything the same because I couldn't really change anything. So I have to start thinking about cleaning things up, getting things reasonable. Um, and one of the things that I am, well, there's a couple of things. So the one thing that I want to be able to do with this district is I want to offload some of this stuff to here because I can still access most of like all of this area. So theoretically, provided I don't have to get down to this level, I should be fine with being able to use this area here in this district. Because, like, I can go as far as here. And this is still orange here, so theoretically, I should, as long as I don't have to go down a level, I should be able to get all, like, a good ways into here before I have any issues. As soon as I start stepping down, then I'm gonna have some issues. So that's why I'm building this, and I am going to get this terraforming going. Because I am going to take this and I'm gonna fill all of this in. Replace this with dirt and just I'll fill all of this in so that this goes all the way across here. Same with here. I'm gonna fill this in as far as the district will allow, and just have one flat area. And once I have this flat area, I can start moving some of the stuff that because I don't need water here. This is well watered, but right now all of this stuff is taking up well watered space. So if I can move some of this into here, like including this, like the lodges that I've got, all the housing, all of the storage, some of these buildings here that they don't need water to support them. If I can move them here and have them accessible from there, that'll open up all of this, a lot of this space to kind of even things out, because right now it's all like chaos everywhere. Um, and then the other thing that I was planning on doing, and as well this, like all of this here, I've got so much water being generated and stored here that I don't necessarily need it. So I think being able to offload some of that might be good. Um, have to take a break for a second, so I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. So yeah, the other thing that I am wanting to look after on this is, so this I want to offload. I want to get this storage over to here as much as I can. Um, which I can start doing now. This gives me 1200. 1200 and this is 300. So every one of those is the equivalent of 4 of these. Oh. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11? Yeah. I've got 11 of those. Now the downside of offloading that here is just because the travels from here to here is going to be a lot longer, which means that the delivery time
is going to be a lot longer, which means that they're not going to be able to fill up as fast. Which isn't necessarily a good thing. So I have 12 of these. Well, I have 11 of these, so let's round it to 12. Just because the math works. So every one of these is the equivalent of 4 of these. So 12 divided by 4 gives me 3. So I need 3 of those in order to offset that. So what's my priority on this? So I've got that. This is treated planks. It's going to take a while to do. So these I gotta do water. This is water. So I'm going to prioritize this. I am going to need 30, 60, 90 metal blocks for this. All the metal blocks are filled in for this. This is my storage for metal blocks, which I have 100. So and it's staying steady, so I think I'm good on this. I'm gonna get rid of this. What about these? I don't know whether this makes any difference, but I'm kind of worried that whenever this stuff's laying around that it's going to end up eating up memory. So I'm kind of worried about having that there. Alright, so there, we've got that there. So we can start. So one of them is done. Which means that I can start offloading some of this. I can get some of these guys working because they've been sitting around doing nothing for a long time and now they need to start working. So that's 4 of them taken care of. Now I just need to worry about the other ones. So this is gonna end up being there. So that's got that. Oh, I'm in a drought again. Uh-oh. Alright, so that is that, which clears out a lot of this. Um, so that's that start. That's that done. This is waiting for builders. This is waiting for things to happen. This is still working. This is still waiting for treated planks. This is working away, I guess. And I've run out of power again. Alright, so back to what I was considering is one is I am offloading a lot of this stuff here into here, which is going to end up opening up some of this space, which I can start filling in gaps. So, like, not that I need to, but it's kind of a multi-stage plan. So, if I can utilize this space here on this plateau for this and this stuff, this should allow for a little more space here, because right now it's self-sufficient. So if I end up increasing, it's not going to matter. But if I can shift things towards here, what it allows is a lot more space here. And what I'm thinking is that their water source is here. And it's a really high vantage point. And one of the things that height gives me is when water is running, it gives me power potential. So what I'm thinking of is cleaning up this pathway, the waterway, and making it so, because right now it winds around here, which is very difficult for, so I was able to jam these ones in decently enough, but the flow on this is all weird. So what I'd like to be able to do is clean up this so that it's more straight. So instead of it winding around here and then coming down here, I'm thinking that I'm just gonna come out here and then like to here. So it fills up this area from here as opposed to here. Now that's gonna end up changing a lot of the water, but I've got this reservoir here, which means that I can utilize these to uh, to to offset any loss that I might end up having here. I think that should be good. I don't know. Uh-oh. You know what? I just realized that I ended up having that. I wasn't paying attention. I got this built and they've been filling it up with water. So now I'm not going to have enough room to empty this stuff. Oh well. Should be fine. It should be fine. Getting too distracted. Alright, well, that's that. So yeah, that's my plan, is to clean up this section here, try and get this as straight as possible, and then try and get a working water power, like hydropower generation process. And what I'm thinking is that, because just going from this height, I'm going to end up generating quite a bit of power. But if I can step it down to this level from here to here and maximize the productivity of this, I'm going to end up, every time that it's not a drought, I'm going to be generating excess power. And then after that, if I'm generating excess power, I can build a few more of these to help store the power. Because as of right now, like, the wind is dying down way too much. And I'm not getting enough power overall. I need to get more batteries in place. I need to get more power generation to reset the batteries. Because right now, the amount of power that I'm pulling versus the amount of power that I am producing at any point in time is not working. I need to be able to find another way. Oh, I almost forgot about those. So here, I need to get rid of that. I almost forgot. I almost let that end up going. So there we go. So hopefully this ends up working out. I don't know, because I don't have a solid plan for this. I just have a vague plan. So I don't know how that's going to end up working out. I don't know how I'm going to end up working out the power generation. I'm just kind of hoping that a few things that I end up doing might end up working out. Alright. So what do we got here? Planks. So I need to offset some planks. So if I can move the planks to here, like that. So I have logs here, and I have planks here. So if I move the logs and planks from here, that should offset some storage. Or get some space out of here. And And see, a lot of this space here is taken up by industry. And it's all haphazard industry, so if I can offload some of that industry as well. And I'm out of power again. Surprise, surprise. I really, really need to get some of this out of here. I'm gonna take a chance, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm going to put this in here like this. Because I need to do something. Because this isn't working. I am pulling too much power. The wind is dying down too much. And I'm losing efficiency. So this here is... Are these guys done? These guys are done. These guys are done. So all of this is all done. So they're already working on this again. Oh, perfect. So terraforming's done. So I am going to unpause this. And this. I'm going to unpause this stuff here. And I'm going to take a chance. And I am going to get rid of this. This power. I'm going to do that. I'm going to clean all of this up. I'm going to keep this active for the time being, only because there are a lot of things in here that still end up needing to be used up. Maybe? Yeah, see, I've got all of this stuff here still. I mean, they're eventually going to end up running out of space, but this should be good. So because of that, I've now freed up some power. Why do I have vacancies? because there are vacancies here. So I need to increase this. So there, which should allow me to pull the bots from here. Because I've got 24 extra bots, and I'm going to migrate population from here to industrial plateau. I'm going to get rid of them all. And now these guys should end up balancing out. They've got more than enough biofuel and catalyst to do everything that's needed. Now, one of the things that I need to consider at this point is how much other things I'm going to need. So, one of the things that I was just thinking of is I don't have a way of I'm generating a ton of things in this district, which is great. The only problem that I have is that as of right now, it's not going anywhere, which, I mean, for some stuff, it doesn't need to. Like, anything that's used by this, I want to use in the district first anyways. So, I mean, being able to, I need to prioritize these because this isn't generating power, or doesn't have power. So I need to be able to get stuff back out of this district. So what I am thinking of is I need to get one of these. I need a distribution post right here. I don't need those. I don't need those. And I'll clean this up here. It's not a huge priority, but at some point in time, I need to be able to start getting stuff out. So I'm eventually going to be generating some excess dirt because this is going to end up eventually getting finished, which means that I don't need to worry about expanding. Which in that I don't need to worry about generating dirt to consume dirt here, because except for here, like maybe expanding one more section out this way, I don't see me needing any terraforming. Although I was thinking that I might because I've got power running a lot, like the power running through here, right? So if I were to put a small wind farm here, kind of like how I've got over here, that should increase. So even when the wind is low, like this is decent. This is like mid-range for wind. But even when the wind is low, the more windmills that I have generating power, the better off that I'm going to end up being. So if I can offload or increase that, then that would be great. I'm going to change this first. I'm going to empty that one, and the space that I'm going to create for it is going to be there. So now that should be being emptied. That should be being emptied. I'm going to pause this. And that should be good for now. Those guys are going to end up working away. I need to keep that as that. And I need to get 4 more guys over here. So I need to migrate. I need to increase my minimum bots to 8. And that should get this working because it's got enough power. It's now got people. Well, it's got bots in it. They are working. They are generating dirt. I've got dirt storage over here, which I think I am going to change. I am going to do this. I am going to do that, that, and that, that, and that. And the reason why I'm going with this versus an underground pile is just for the amount of resources. Obviously, for space constraints, it's better to have an underground pile versus an above ground pile because of the fact that in a 3x3 space, it is much more convenient to be able to have one versus, because I need 10 of these to match one of those. But the thing is that my dirt process, the terraforming, is temporary. I don't need this as something permanent. So all I need is a temporary storage process. And the amount that this generates versus the amount that this consumes, like as far as I can tell, 4 of these guys working needs 2 of these working. More than 1, but less than 2. But I don't know because I don't know the math on it. I just know that when I've got a big terraforming job, one of them just keeps working and working and working and working, and some of these guys, some of the terraforming guys end up being idle. Um, Whereas when I end up having two of them working, two of these working, these end up going idle periodically. So, but this is not going to be something that is a huge priority. Uh, the terraforming aspect of it is going to be kind of a temporary situation because once I end up filling in this and I rework a lot of this, it's done. I don't need it anymore. So how I end up doing that is going to be fine. So I think this is good for now. Obviously, it's going to take some time to get this to even things out, to rearrange things, and I think with the frame rate issues that I end up having when I start doing major terraforming, I'm gonna do another off-camera terraforming session. So I'm gonna end up. I've set up everything. I've set up everything and got it working the way that I want it to be able to do to prep for the terraforming. All I need to do is do it. So I think at this stage I'm going to terraform all of this off camera and come back next week, and this should be all set up. I can start moving some of this here over to here and get that working, and I think that should be good. But for now, that's all the time that I have for today. I hope that you enjoy this. I hope that at some point in time that if you've got time in the early mornings to come watch me play, uh, that would be great. If you liked this video, even when you're watching, please hit the like button. If you like this content or any of the other videos that I'm making, please subscribe to get notified for more episodes that I end up coming out with. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.